Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to understand how to create Zoho CRM record for OptinMonster lead. So are you also using OptinMonster for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here I am using it and I wish that as soon as a new lead is received in my OptinMonster, automatically a record should be created in my Zoho CRM too. For this, we are going to create a connection between OptinMonster and Zoho CRM. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also wish to learn how to create this connection, then follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to learn how to create Zoho CRM record for OptinMonster lead. So to do this, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we'll open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard. And to start with the automation, we are going to click on this button right over here which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to create Zoho CRM record for OptinMonster lead. And then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now we are going to select our trigger application which is OptinMonster because I want that as soon as a new lead is received in my OptinMonster account, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as new lead. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this URL in order to create a connection between our OptinMonster account and our Pabbly's workflow. So first I'm going to copy this URL and then I'm going to open my account. And as you can see that this is my OptinMonster account and I've already logged in it. So it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. It makes the procedure easy. And over here you can see that this is the form that I've created. So I'm going to edit this form. I'm going to double click over here. And yes, you can see that this is my form and over here you can see integrations. So I'm going to open this. And now we are going to click on this left side bar, add new integration. And we are going to scroll and over here you can see webhook. So I'm going to click on this. And now it is asking me for the webhook. So I'm going to select it as add new webhook. And then it is asking me for the webhook name and the webhook URL. So I want to name my webhook as Zoho CRM. So I'm going to enter it. And now for the webhook URL, I'm going to paste the URL I copied from my workflow. So now after pasting that URL, I'm going to click on connect to webhook. And yes, you can see that we have successfully added this webhook right over here, Zoho CRM. So with this, we have successfully created a connection between our OptinMonster and our Pabbly's workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and over here you can see that we have received a test response which says that we have successfully created this connection. And now we are going to click on recapture webhook response because we want to capture the response we received from the form. So we are going back to our OptinMonster and over here we are going to click on save. And now after clicking on save, I'm going to open my form. And as you can see that this is my form. So I'm going to do a test submission and fill in this form. So I'm going to click on yes, sign me up. And then I'm going to enter the details as this. Name as demo user, email as demo@pabblytudes.com and the phone number as this. And now after entering all these details, I'm going to click on subscribe. And yes, you can see you are all signed up. So this means that we have successfully did this test submission. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response of this submission or not. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of this submission. Over here, you can see the phone number that we entered, the name that we entered. Over here, you can see the email that we entered. So with this, our trigger step is successful. And now we are moving on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select Zoho CRM. So I'm going to search for it. And as you can see, Zoho CRM. So we are going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as insert/update record. And then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Zoho CRM account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with Zoho CRM. And now it is asking me for the domain. So over here, I'm going to open my Zoho CRM. And as you can see that this is my account, and over here you can see zoho.in. So this is my domain. So over here we are going back to our workflow. And as you can see that these can be the possible domains. So I have this domain which is zoho.in. So I'm going to enter the same over here. And now after entering my domain, I'm going to click on save. And as you can see that it is asking me for some permissions. So I'm going to click on accept and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on accept, Pabbly is safe. And as soon as you are going to click on accept, you can see that we have successfully connected our Zoho CRM account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the module name. So I'm going to select it as contacts. And as you can see that now it is asking me for the layout. So I'm going to keep it as standard only because I have customized this layout. And I want to add the details with the help of this layout which is standard only. So now we are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the pipeline name. So as you can see that this is not the required field. So we are going to move on forward. Over here you can see the duplicate check fields. So I'm going to keep it as email right over here. And now we are going to move on forward. It is asking me for some more details like record image, contact owner, lead source. So again, I'm going to leave it as blank because these are not the required fields. And now it is asking me for the first name. So we are going to map this. Mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected OptinMonster as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new lead received in my OptinMonster account. And I'm going to give you an example that if I'm going to enter the first name example demo over here manually, this will not change with every new lead received because I've entered it manually, and this is a static information, not a dynamic. But if I'm going to map it from the previous response, it will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping. So now I'm going to map the first name. So for that, I'm going to search for name, and as you can see demo, so I'm going to map this. We are going to do same for the last name. I'm going to search for last name, and as you can see user, so we are going to map this. And now it is asking me for some more details. So we are only going to fill in the required and the details I wish to fill in. And now it is asking me for the email. So I'm going to search email right over here. And as you can see, so we are going to map it. And now it is asking me for more details. So directly we are going to map the phone number. So I'm going to search for phone. And as you can see phone, so I'm going to map it. And now it is asking me for many another details. So I'm going to leave all of these fields blank because these are not the required fields. If you wish, you can definitely fill these fields out. And directly I'm going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that a new record has been created in our Zoho CRM. So I'm going to open it and check that if a new record has been created or not with the help of same details received in my OptinMonster. So I'm going to open it, and from here we are going to go on contacts. And yes, you can see a new contact has been created right over here, name demo user, email demo@pabblytudes.com, and the same phone number that we entered. So with this, our workflow is successful, and I'll just test the workflow once. And this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So to do this, first I'm going to open my page. We are going to refresh this because we are going to do another test submission. So I'm going to click on yes, sign me up. And this time we are going to enter the details as this. Test user test@pabblytudes.com, and this is the phone number. And then we are going to click on subscribe. And yes, you can see you're all signed up. So this means that OptinMonster has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further created a new record in our Zoho CRM. So I'm going to open my Zoho CRM and check that if a new record has been created with the same details or not. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. As this is a real-time example, so I'm directly going to open Zoho CRM. And over here we are going to refresh this page. And yes, you can see a new record has been created right over here, name test user, email test@pabblytunes.com. Over here you can see the same phone number that we entered. So with this, our workflow is successful, and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For a trigger application, we selected OptinMonster. For the trigger event, we selected new lead. For the action application, we selected Zoho CRM, and then for the action event, we selected insert/update record. Because I wanted that as soon as a new lead is received in my OptinMonster, automatically a new record should be created in my Zoho CRM too. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here, you can see the two records I created during this video. One for demo user and one for test user. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.